Palia revealed the highly anticipated Elderwood update, Luma Island shared details about the upcoming pirate expansion, and Infinity Nikki teased big new features coming soon to the game. All this and more today. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Sunstone, bringing you the latest gaming news with Sunnyside Up. Today is April 21st, 2025, so let's get started with our first major headline. Palia announced that the game will be launching on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, alongside the highly anticipated Elderwood expansion on May 13th. This big update will introduce a mysterious new adventure zone to explore, offering a heightened sense of verticality and secret nooks to uncover. In the Elderwood, there will be all new story quests to follow, featuring familiar faces including Nayo and Subira. There will also be new huntable creatures such as the Ogapu and the Shmol, new fish, insects, and plushies to collect, and hidden artifacts that will unlock powerful relics, which is a new equipment system that will buff you and your party. Overall, this zone is said to offer hours of exploration, adventure, customization, and more for yourself and your friends. And with the console launches, the PlayStation 5 version of Palia will offer immersive DualSense controller support, including adaptive trigger features that offer tactile feedback while performing activities like hunting and tree chopping. Plus, the light bar on your controller will reflect your active skill, glowing a unique color when you're fishing, mining, and more. For those of you who may have the PlayStation Portal, this device will also support these features, which is excellent to hear. But whether you may be continuing your journey on either console, full cross-play and cross-progression across all platforms is supported, so you can keep your progress and connect with your friends regardless of where you choose to play. I do have to say this expansion looks very promising, feature-rich, and I am excited to play it myself. If you'd like to take a look at my most recent trailer breakdown, I will have that linked in the description for your reference. Lens Island is officially launching out of early access into 1.0 on June 19th. In this title, you'll journey through a procedurally generated world, from dense forests and tropical islands to frozen wastelands and mysterious underground caves. Build and sail your own boat to discover uncharted territories filled with unique challenges, resources, and secrets. Sell crops and those resources to villagers as you grow your town within the world. The 1.0 version of Lens Island will introduce tons of new features to enhance the experience. Whether you're a fighter, farmer, explorer, or builder, there will be something for you when it releases. Notably, the game will support up to 8 players in cooperative multiplayer, alongside new locations, animals, crops, biomes, building features, and more. This is a title that I have been keeping my eye on ever since it initially launched into early access, and I have been patiently waiting for the 1.0 version to try it out for myself. Lens Island 1.0 will be releasing on PC via Steam, however, I really hope to see it also come to consoles in the future. Now it's time for our next major headline. The team behind Luma Island shared an update on their progress towards the game's upcoming pirate expansion, which will offer all new content and will also be implementing lots of thoughtful player feedback. According to the team, they are still a ways off from launch. However, they wanted to share some important details about how players will experience all the exciting new content. This includes a new pirate-themed zone featuring minigames, temples, and traps, a brand new profession, a new farm layout, along with decorating options to build your dream farm, new outfits and accessories, plus the ability to change outfits whenever you want, and there will also be 3 difficulty modes, ranging from cozy to hero, plus a full-screen map with markers, new unique Luma powers, and much more to discover, all for free. While all of this upcoming content is very exciting, it's also equally important to note that in order to access it, you will need to start a new game with a fresh save file. This is apparently a technical limitation due to several factors, including a changed farm starter map and those difficulty options. If you'd rather keep your current progress, you can of course continue playing Luma Island Vanilla as you'd like, and can switch between this save file and a new pirate save file at your leisure. While I wasn't expecting to have to start anew, I actually don't mind this too much, but I totally understand if there are mixed feelings about this. Definitely feel free to share your thoughts with me on this one down in the comments. The Mario Kart World Direct took place, showcasing what the latest entry in the Mario Kart series will have to offer players. First, we were introduced to some of the courses found throughout the world, inspired by their surrounding regions and located in this interconnected map. This included Mario Brothers Circuit, Crown City, Salty Speedway, Starview Peak, Boo Cinema, Toad's Factory, Peach Beach, Wario Shipyard, and more. The variety of courses we've seen so far look incredible, all with different vibes. I absolutely have to go to Peach Beach. Boo Cinema is such a fun idea. Toad's Factory is super cute, and Starview Peak looks beautiful, so I can't wait to see what other courses there will be in the full game. Next, we were also introduced to some of the characters, including many familiar faces, but also some new drivers. They also briefly revisited those Grand Prix and Knockout Tour modes, and introduce some of the new hazards we'll experience on the road. Mario Kart World will also have plenty of new items, including the coin shell, the ice flower, the hammer, which looks very powerful, the mega mushroom, the feather, and the mysterious mystical Kamek. They also shared more details on the Yoshi's Diner drive-thrus found throughout the world, where you can grab an order to go, and when you take a bite of the food, you're going to unlock outfits inspired by the meals themselves, which is definitely a fun idea. But I still have to say, I take issue with the character select screen, because instead of having one single character box with different costumes to cycle through once you unlock them, every costume seems to create a new character, even if it's two Luigis or two Peaches. So I really hope that they change this before the launch, but knowing Nintendo, I would be surprised if they made any changes, because they do like to stick to their guns on those types of things, even when it involves quality of life. But back to the new features they shared, they did show off some new tricks that racers can perform, including a charge jump, which can be used to leap over obstacles, jump onto rails and walls, and even dodge attacks. There's also a rewind feature, which allows you to return your vehicle to an earlier position and reattempt whatever you were trying to do. However, if you use this feature, all other players will continue to move normally. So it's an interesting twist, and to be honest, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I'm going to use it. Next, they did confirm that time trials, versus race with up to 4 teams, balloon battle, and coin runner modes will all be available. And as for free roam mode, which is kind of like that open world Mario Kart mode, it was revealed that there will be many secrets to discover around the world, including hundreds of P-switch missions, apparently, hidden medallions to collect, and hidden panels to activate. They also showed a closer look at the photo mode and revisited the different ways to play, locally or online in multiplayer. Overall, I didn't really find that the Mario Kart World Direct shared too much more than what we already knew from the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. I was really hoping to see an adjusted character select UI between then and now. Other than that, everything looks pretty amazing. I definitely was happy to have the question answered of how we unlock different costumes, and I was excited to see that there's going to be things to do within the open world, and it's not just driving around. There's going to be little missions and collectibles and stuff like that, so that makes me really happy. Other than that, I actually don't really want to see anything else from the game. I don't want to have any more courses like spoiled for me. I don't want to see any more. I just want to wait now until the game releases, and then I'm really excited to play it whenever I get a chance. And as a reminder, Mario Kart World will be releasing exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 on June 5th as a launch day title. And now it's time for our final major headline. The Infinity Nikki team has provided stylists with a look ahead at what's to come with the next version 1.5, which ushers in bubble season. What begins as a lighthearted graduation trip will soon spiral into an epic journey. Guided by a mysterious stranger, Nikki steps into a rift in time and space, venturing toward the primordial sea of stars. There, she'll uncover secrets about her past, present, and future, and encounter countless versions of herself from parallel worlds, which seems to be how they will be tying the new multiplayer features into the lore. Because a new multiplayer map will open, featuring unique gameplay mechanics and co-op challenges. However, co-op is entirely optional, so solo players can enjoy the map at their own pace. But the adventure doesn't end here, because Nikki will also visit the secluded Serenity Island, where she'll meet new PC companions and unravel long-forgotten tales. Plus, as Nikki's journey across Mirrorland unfolds, she'll become better at harnessing her whim, so stylists will be able to use abilities freely, unbound by specific outfits, mixing and matching your favorite aesthetics to create unique looks for each ability with some minor exceptions. On the topic of outfits, certain existing ability outfits will receive visual effect upgrades to make their powers stand out even more. This will include Crystal Poems, Froggy Fashion, Breezy Tea Time, Shark Mirage, and Forest Fluttering. Even further, fully glowing up 5-star and 4-star outfits and pieces will unlock new color variants. Plenty of other gameplay optimizations and camera improvements will also be implemented, alongside the arrival of Layla the Camera Merchant, who will offer new photo poses and other photography goodies in the future. I'm sure we are just getting started with the news for Bubble Season, and plenty more details, trailers, photos, and more will likely roll out in the coming weeks. Coming up this week, Roots of Pacha's next major update, version 1.3, will be releasing on April 22nd across platforms. The Sun and Moon update will feature new regions to explore, new characters to meet, lore to uncover, minigames to enjoy, and more. Dinkum will be leaving early access and releasing into 1.0 for PC via Steam on April 23rd. Explore an island inspired by the wild Australian outback and start a new life. The 1.0 version will also include new multiplayer features, a creative mode, 4 new villagers, new crafting recipes, quality of life improvements, and more. I have been waiting for 1.0 to do a full restart on my Dinkum Island. However, I was really hoping for console launches alongside the 1.0 version, and my plate is really full right now, so I might have to hold out just a bit longer. Once Upon a Puppet, a 2.5D puzzle platformer that unfolds within a vibrant world of theater, is releasing for Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam on April 23rd. Take part in a magical tale that combines classic platforming with puppet-inspired gameplay in a captivating story of friendship, self-discovery, and redemption. Disney Dreamlight Valley's Wonderland Whimsy update is releasing for free across platforms on April 23rd. This update features new Valley villagers, Alice and Cheshire Cat, new friendship quests and rewards, a new Garden of Whimsy star path, new premium items, and tons of quality of life improvements. And finally, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, a captivating turn-based RPG with real-time mechanics, is releasing for PC via Epic and Steam, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5 on April 24th. Lead the members of Expedition 33 on their quest to destroy the Paintress, so she can never paint death again, and explore a world of wonders inspired by France. This is another one of my most highly anticipated games of 2025, and we will be kicking off our playthrough at this Saturday's Moonstone stream, which is available for Amethyst Plus members. So be sure to tune in. But what will you be playing this week, and what new announcements are you most excited for? Anything and everything, you know I always love hearing from you. As always, please make sure you're subscribed with those notifications on for your weekly episode of Sunnyside Up. Shine that lovely like button to help support the series. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and until next time, take care.